So basically the difference between a sale agreement and a sale deed, okay? Please understand, this is a very conceptual clarity needs to be had on this thing. So the difference lies in basically the timeline of events that occur in the conveyance, in the transfer. In one, there is no actual conveyance, no actual transfer, okay? Sale deed is where the actual conveyance, actual transfer takes place. In sale agreement, basically, you make a promise to do this transfer, make a promise to do this conveyance, okay? Promise to change the ownership, but it does not happen in your sale agreement. It happens in the sale deed, actually. Let's take a very hypothetical, easy example to understand this concept, okay? You went to see this apartment, you liked it, fine, okay? You have negotiated, all right, 50 lakhs rupees is the price that you will be paying for the basically getting the apartment, okay? Done. But now let's say you have in your side you have only 30 lakhs rupees, okay? 30 lakhs rupees you have given, you enter into a sale agreement, and there's this type stipulation in the sale agreement where you say that once this entire consideration or the balance consideration, 20 lakhs, that is remaining amount, is paid, within this timeline, basically this money will be paid. And once this money is going to be paid, this entire transaction is going to take place. Okay, this actual change in ownership will take place through a sale deed, basically. Okay, so sale agreement is where you basically just agree to make this transfer. There will be certain terms basis which this transfer is going to take place. So it's just like condition precedent. Okay, once this is done and taken care of, the conveyance, the transfer will happen through a sale deed. So I made a table here. Refer to this table. Not like too many things is not there or anything. Just for your reference purpose, I have made a table here. I have given you exactly the illustration that I have spoken and discussed here. Okay? So just refer to this illustration. You will understand. Why this discussion I started with is because you should not be confused on the conceptual difference between these two and unnecessarily confuse your agreement when you actually draft. Don't call out it as sale agreement or sale deed randomly. Okay? Understand that there is a conceptual difference between both of these, and accordingly, please be careful while you are using these terms when you are drafting the agreement actually. Okay? Here. Aviral, I'll share the document. Don't worry. I'll share it. So this is basically a chart that I have made here. Okay? Given you an illustration. Please go through this once we are done with the session. That's it. Okay? And also, another thing you need to understand here is that what is the difference between an executed? So you know that whenever there's this under construction of flats and everything, so there's this allotment process that goes, right? So whereby virtue of which you are basically allotted an apartment, right? So here I read there was this Calcutta High Court judgment. I'll get to the name of the judgment in the next class. Okay? Even Calcutta High Court had inferred that this very fact basis which the advance was made basis is allotment letter. Even this allotment letter can be construed as an agreement to sale. Just because the document was not in the format of an agreement to sale and the clauses were drafted, etc. But this document itself can be construed as an agreement to sale because basis this allotment and advance was made. Basically, the action of both the people were to act upon the allotment as if there was an agreement to sale was made. So these are very unique, interesting things that I think we can all discuss if we all know and learn about it, because see, these are actual causes of disputes that occur between parties, right? Theoretically, knowing that section 54, these are the elements and these are things that govern, that is something. But also understanding actually disputes, basically how it occurs, what are the litigation that occurs. It is very necessary, especially when it comes to this day-to-day leave and license agreement, sale agreement. Okay, so try to research upon it a lot. If you find such any interesting cases, please, I'll be happy to discuss it. Let me know beforehand. Okay, I'll be really, really happy to discuss it. Any of you, if you feel you go through anything that is basically giving a new perspective on something, mail it to me. Just mail it to me. I'll be happy to discuss it. Take it up in the session. Sale agreement is executed when flat is purchased from builder. It's because most of the times by giving token amount and remaining amount by mortgaging flat and this Suvarna, I got it. See, I will paste this scenario. 1 second. So this is Suvarna. So Suvarna, for this case, what you are saying, see, logically also you have to first go through a sale agreement and then sale deed only, right? What I read is that your conveyance itself, like Hardeep said, through the content interpretation only, you can understand that basically sale agreement say you can just go and change the title and ownership and conveyance can be made by virtue of the sale agreement itself. Okay. So this practice is there in Maharashtra, it is made, it is done. So it's okay. I mean, I understood now. Okay, so I have read correctly only. Even in case of under construction property, so both. So in case of under construction property also, you don't need to execute any separate sale deed. Okay, fine. It is executed as per section 4 of the Maharashtra Flat Ownership Act. Okay, there's a Maharashtra Flat Ownership Act. Okay, I'll take this into account, Suvarna. I'll go through it. Thank you for telling me the provision. I was actually going to ask if there is any provision. Oh, MOFA, right. I had actually read this long back. I forgot that this act exists also. Yes, right. Okay, thank you so much, Suvarna, Subodh, for pointing out at the provision. I actually wanted to know the provision also of this. Okay, all right. So this is basically, I think, a point of discussion that we should be very thorough about. So when it comes to this property, like matters and especially these real estate documents, if I don't know if this is going to be possible, but I think many of you are there who are residing in very specific states, right? Okay. So if you could make a kind of a list to me and just send it to me on my mail about the local practices, what I can do is, I don't know to what extent this is going to help you or not, but to my mind it is coming like, okay, if we can do this might be helpful to everybody. The local unique practices that basically is there, like whatever the central legislation is, that to everybody, all of us will adhere to, we know already, correct? Okay. But if every state has certain kind of unique practices which is followed, if pertaining to your state or some other state which you know confirmed about, don't be vague about it. If you can send it to me on my mail, okay, I can make a consolidated list of the major states that are there and we can actually go through these kind of practices. I don't know if this is going to help you.